we go. Alright, we're back. Let me look at my case file so I remember what the fuck we were doing. Let's see. Not gonna get those boots, sadly. Glory. We need to find oil. Oh, right, okay. Because Kuno kicked one of the armor pieces, something like that. We're gonna call Alice the next day. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Everett first. I was gonna talk to these guys, but honestly, because of how much we already got going, let's go ahead and do this. And then I'll talk to Kuno, then to the guys in the whirling racks.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric.
Well, you never know. Rhetoric might work. I think I gotta do that more. Already looted this? Oh no, it's locked, right? Right, oh my god.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
You didn't say it with nearly enough confidence.
Be it far
Fuck.
from me to ever question your integrity, Harry. But you see, Harry, it only benefits me if you open the right door. If you open the wrong door, then it may... I don't want them to be scared. I want them to think, wow, I feel so safe.
The lieutenant shrugs.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container.
See
My
you
god.
soon.
Alright, so we gotta go open that fucking door. But we are gonna take a look inside. Fuck this guy. Anyway.
before the cargo container. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of...
Gotta keep up, Kim. There we go. Man, weather changes quick here. Kuno? Why'd you lie to me?
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. So, yeah, so Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol?
Oof.
In your condition?
Okay, Kuno's listening. Kuno sees you.
Another sane decision, Detective.
Thank you.
Kuno does.
Oh my god. Ryman. Fuck. Damn. I gotta make a better quick button for that. Alright, now let's go open this fucking door forever. And then I guess I'll go back to him first before I talk to those dock workers. You never know what I could get out of it.
The door to the weasel's den. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
Let's go find out.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath is He's just making fun of these people.
Cynical, slippery
You
bastard.
ain't gonna change someone's mind by calling them a bastard. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everett who this person is once you're done here.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got a nice shirt. Ups our logic too. I wasn't lying when I said I was gonna kind of go full smarty pants.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
All right. Oh, interesting. Why do I get the feeling that lady might have my gun? Now that I'm thinking about it. Didn't the pawn shop guy say a lady came in and bought my gun? Which would kind of fit possibly the disappearance of this drug trafficking woman.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and...
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
I feel like that would be annoying with all your shit everywhere.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Oh, fuck.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Thank you, Logic.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places
Lawyer
a lot
girl.
of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway,
So they shot him.
He was shot in the
Huh.
head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
So there's a chance they didn't shoot him.
it's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
Probably.
What
yeah.
I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman. Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
What do you mean by that?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry,
Okay.
here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
What the fuck? I'll take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
I'm a little puzzled
Good
too.
boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
So I did look it up. I don't think there's too much of a problem taking his money from what I've seen. Like, I just wanted to like keep an idea of like what to expect with money in this game. And there is some stuff that is quest related, which I probably have sold some, but they said it's not too important. It's just small changes, so it
Last
should be
winter,
fine.
some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment,
I'm gonna
a
leave you
security contractor.
this
The
real quick.
strike
I'm
was
gonna
over
look at
the
that mac and
workers' right to
cheese.
wear protective footwear, Harry.
Oh yeah, that's good. All right.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. Was it a good talk?
Tell me about your twin.
I'm not
huh?
sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
God.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
Oh, is that what? Wait. Wait, did it say I gained a thought or am I crazy? Oh no, right, the thought finished. I'm more left than you are.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martin A's. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the...
Am I? Harry, these people, Martin A's is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martin A's, not just the harbour.
Nah.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs.
Him, maybe be more straight with me, man.
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Riversholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fare tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Ultra liberal dialogue option, give +1 real. Thinks he's a hustler or something. -1 empathy. What? So do I give people 1 real? I don't know if I want to do that now. Oh fuck. I'll wait though, cause I want to say my points, but. Oh. Oh, so I'm fuck. What do they call themselves? Those stupid influencers who think they make a lot of money. I mean, Hustler still makes sense, but I could just say I went to Hustlers University. Kind of want to do esprit de corps just so I can understand why they're fucking here. And also figuring this out would be pretty nice. Right, we're -1 in that now. Fuck. I'm gonna do cop culture. I should honestly save, and I think at this point I'm gonna start saving my points. I just want to do that because I want to attempt it again. I feel like I'll find my gun without needing Everett's help. Bitch.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of exactamundo. Of course, you don't have to. You can talk about anything you want.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Exactly. No. 'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting? Okay, well... I don't know. Why?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
I love how we're so fucking
Oh
stupid.
my
so.
god, there's more. You want something more? What is... Okay, why not? You
Oh.
think he was hanged as a... Okay, I don't know. Oh my god, there's...
Oh my god, there's more. Shut the fuck up. Alright, let's talk to them.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Yes.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. We've talked to Everard Clare. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
So she's the lawyer. Okay.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Hey, psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
No, I'm not gonna do that this time. We're good. It was fun in the first time, but I want to.
You say your bit.
I'm doing a different build.
Detective.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture of the actor's hair. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Evrard? And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination. Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys.
God, I wanted to shut up.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide, not for the officer making an arrest, which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No, no. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy did not reveal anything too conflicting this far. You just have to wing it.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
I see him.
No.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Got it.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, Copper? Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out alive.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some...
Sire,
Oh, whoops.
the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
I love I love this fucking art critique shit. It's so good. Okay.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Fuck. Shit.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die. Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you, while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve. There's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one, and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Go fuck yourself.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Weak when you first met, but we have no authority. Let's go investigate the footprints first.
Yes?
Could establish some extra authority. Take off the bag for now. I don't think I really need it at the moment.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right. The Hardy Boys in the mess hall of Welling in Rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky. Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something? 8. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here. That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. the one with his front teeth missing. Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat, you're right. Do you think those prints belong to him? I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. 200. This could be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat hardy boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Probably yes. This would also fit with the victim being dead from a previous gunshot wound. They had to carry him, because he could no longer walk.
We're liking this. The pieces fit.
Is there anything else that's noteworthy here? Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy boy. Wonder who he is.
You can almost feel the association taking form in your frontal lobe.
So maybe one of them wasn't a dock worker, but a driver. That traffic jam in front of the harbor gates. I wonder if it's lasted as long as the strike. The case is not solved. However, we should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
That's plausible. A similar reckless abandon seems to be in evidence. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
Yeah, we already did that.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy, there's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer...
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one.
About fucking time.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
I wonder, can I go talk to that one chick?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside.
Oh, that's his room. How do we get up to that other balcony?
The door, still no answer. Still no. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can...
Yeah, because I think we can only get up there from the room.
Can I help you?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. While
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
what we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remain. Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star. She nods.
Okay, so I guess we still got more to get on with that one. Oh, you know what? This guy can probably give me more information too to help kind of put the squeeze on them.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Alright. That means... Honestly, I'll remind myself to pay for the room probably a couple hours before 9 then. I want to get some more information. See if that would help me out. Alright then, let's go across the bridge. I guess that's just medicine. But I will pull back out my bag. We got more lorries over there. Well, well, well. Oh, nice. Whose car is it? This has to be the car that crashed.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, quite. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The Joyrider must have left something good inside. A Joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this Joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of Joyriders district.
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
I gotta... Oh, hold on. Which one of these has the damn... Just because of them right there. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, shit, I'll open the door later. Alright.
The hinges creak under your weight.
These are messy, so I just grab me a few paper towels.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms a strange, yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
I love this man. This is how you know you have a great partner.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
I love how they're not saying anything yet about this.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I love how you can have some of the most blatant racist dialogue. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like you saying that would so piss someone off. Your dad also, you know. Just be like, hey, so is your dad this? Or what side? Or something like that. I don't know. I feel like pointing at your eyes is more fucking rude.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
I like that idea.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40.
Yes. Why haven't you?
I like that even my own brain is like, wait a sec, yeah, why haven't you said anything? You're the one who talked about a car earlier.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people.
I have a bad feeling I know whose car this is.
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Oh God, no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
At least he's sorry. We are a fucking train wreck of a cop. I don't understand anymore. What led us to this? Harry, what crippling depression happened? Like, I have to know. What? Please don't tell me we're the ones who crashed into the gate. This is gonna be so bad. God.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens
It's
up in your
fucking
stomach,
gay.
and the most terrible feeling comes
Ah, God. We are terrible cops.
No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over
I
the canal,
fucking
and
hate
then
that the
drove your
game
vehicle
has
in the sea right
on
here.
purpose moral damage. Ah. Oh, God.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly. That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
Oh! Oh no!
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Fuck. God.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
I love still that my brain even agreed with fucking Kim. Why haven't you noticed shit? Zap. Nice. 20%. Jesus, that district's gonna go under soon. That's... I know. It's my badge. Hey. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Dude, we have fucking... Dude, how do we have fucking great cop outfits? We got a fucking disco-ass blazer. You know, it's funny that I was actually gonna say that until I saw it. A patrol cloak. Makes sense. And now we have a fucking commander jacket. Man, we must be a high rank. Holy shit. Nice.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes.
And...
The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge. 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Wish we
you
could
see
see
lines of information on it. And
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
he's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to 2s.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which, in turn, was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
So teenagers can be in it too.
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Satellite.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Yes!
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a...
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
I will die for this man, chap.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from...
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
Oh my god, so yeah, we're that broke.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again...
Wait. So, I'm assuming in Kim's mind, he's probably figuring out, yeah, all that stress probably got to us. We probably, from our track record, for all the cases we have completed, I can probably now understand why Harry drank himself to a fucking amnesiac, I meant. I don't know why I didn't do the full word. That's what I would... Honestly, okay, you know what? Maybe I am starting to understand why he would probably take up drinking. And who knows, he probably did some drugs too. Depending on how big Jamrock is, that must be fucking rough.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
I bet you... Was it Price?
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines.
No. He had no facial hair. Ugh. I don't know if I could do that. We have the gasket. I have to. Kim, don't be mad at me what I'm about to do.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it. Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Looks like it.
What? I don't know if I want to do that.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Oh, there's more money. I don't know if I want to shave. I kind of like his mutton chops. Or whatever they actually call the... I would assume it's still mutton chops, right?
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like
Fuck
a
the
loaded
police.
revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Hey.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Thank you, Kim. I'll keep the brush in case, but I'm... Oh, no, never mind. Gone now. Okay. Yeah. Alright, lady. I'm done doing your fucking shit. Here's my badge.
You're back. Good. By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. I am glad to hear that, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile?
Figures.
Tea, perhaps?
Yes?
Okay. Well...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, fuck it.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me...
Failing the last time was so demoralizing and puzzling that you just...
Damn it. Well, I tried, but now I can threaten people a bit better. Alright then, let's go back across. were those abandoned lorries, so I guess we can check those. Nice. Holy shit, there's a lot going on over here. Bow tie. Oh my god. I like the necktie too much. Okay, making sure it was on. It didn't look like it was on for a second. God damn. I want to see if I can get over to those cars. Oh, it's a fence. Fisherman Shacks.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost. Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away.
What?
Right at the turn. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Of course, it would probably be
a tub
us.
warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I go around this. No. Man, it's so hard to tell where the paths are. I'm right. Fuck. I just want to see those lorries, see if I'm right. And there are a lot of people here. Maybe not. Oh, 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 oh. Man. So can I not go there? Damn. Oh, that sucks. Check one more time over here. Travel church. Oh, this is the church. Oh, I see the drawbridge. Ah. I kind of want to know what those lorries are, but if I can't see them, I'm going to be a little sad. Doesn't look like we can. Ass. Alright. I go back to the first area though, make sure he's seen all I need to see. Eggs, how you doing? Welcome on in. Oh, finally, it's different fucking paint. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience, Moralist Pants. The fuck does that mean? Is it not like good for anything? I don't know. Like it looks good, but I would rather kind of have like this. Well, I guess I don't really use electrochemistry much, and I get my savior flare back a bit. Fuck it.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Oh, wait, does that actually do something?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Mr. Reasonable, someone's got to keep it sane around
The
here.
air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Where is this?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. Tisk tisk, just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid? Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed? There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Fuck it.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
We'll get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Read what this thought does. Oh, I do have us. Shit, wrong button. Nope. Calm waters. Fuck it. We got an hour for it. Which means I can't be aggressive right now. Damn. Alright then. Well, that's fine. So we got an hour for that. Yep, I guess I can't do that. Well, fuck. Okay.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black Hound. Maybe they are afraid. Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Oh, thank you.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Hey, fuck, I'll take it.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
We've seen that.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Hold on, what I want to see. And I think about it, so this is the fisherman's shack, and the church is actually kind of meshed with it. Yeah, because there's a swing set with the ice ring, or the where our car is and stuff. Huh. And I think that corner building's the one that we were just kind of taking a look at, grabbing a bunch of shit. Interesting. I guess I can kind of see why we can't access where that bridge is. Interesting.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
I'm not gonna say that.
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys. Here, for you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Okay, we've already stolen most of their cash then.
She nods.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Professor Harry Dubois.
Quite a handle you got
Holy
there.
fuck.
So many titles. One of them double.
Yep. Oh my god. Let's check out this place if I can.
The door has seen better days.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new live. After we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the Whirling in Rags for the night.
The key turns with a...
I'll probably still stay at the Whirling Rags whenever.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
I have to see it. I have to.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, like an artist with
Oh,
a brush
oh
or a
God.
master swordsman.
I'm so
You
sorry.
use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade
Ah!
chases your skin, producing a scratching
Ah!
sound. The surface underneath the beard
Ah!
feels tender, the air brushing against it.
Ah!
clean.
What have I done? Oh god. God, no, I don't. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go back soon. I'm gonna go back soon. I think I'm gonna go back soon. I just don't know. I just don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna traumatize the raider. Okay. Welcome in, Raiders. Bobby, I hope your stream was good. Hope you have fun, rivals.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
I will possibly
The bed is comforting.
reload. No fucking way. What is that? You know, in this screen, it's not too bad. Oh my god, dude. The logic building is fucking insane right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, at least I get a +3. I can't. I don't want to. I'm gonna kind of like that one still. I think it's also because of how shaven he was and everything. What have I done?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression, fixed to your clean shirt, still not happening.
Still not happening. Alright, I have to see Kim's fucking reaction. Hey, you just chilling right there, Kim?
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
You can tell me, man.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Alright. Yeah. I'm keeping the fucking chops. Fucking love a good set of mutton chops.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You
Oh, God. It's 3 o'clock right now.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Yeah, yeah, figured as much. Oh my God. We're looking more and more professional. In some sense.
Hi, officer.
Those fish hooks?
Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Let's see. Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. 2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh?
Oh.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
I'm not gonna do that.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
And go where? The fish are plentiful here and we get enough orders to get by. It's not great, but it's something.
Yeah, I understand.
Exactly. I don't mean to complain about my sad pauper life. We do manage all right. We're tough people here.
I have a feeling that, okay, so Kim has to leave. We gotta explore the coast to find a good date spot. I can only imagine you being super lucky to master that check with this low of... I still don't fully understand how the dice roll works. Because 12 is the highest, right? Which always wins if you land on 2 6s. My assumption is basically like... Unless, like, you have to hit a certain number, I'm assuming. So maybe, like, if you roll a 6 and a 5, so you're at 11, like... Do you have to go 12 and over to succeed a check, basically? I don't know if the tutorial... I'll see if I can look in the... Because I think I have a journal, right, that tells me. I wonder if I get more for being drunk. I don't know if I want to do that. After that story, I'm just like, huh, I don't know. Feels kind of wrong. But who knows? Maybe it could work out, and Harry can change. Anyway, tutorial. Possibly, maybe, where. Explore options or level up. Oh, hey, look at these little things. So what do they... I feel like I've never seen much... Like, I haven't seen anything to really help open white checks. It feels like I have to level up. Huh. Let me look this up. In Disco Elysium, a winning dice check is determined by rolling 2 6-sided dice, 2d6, adding the result to the relevant skill level of the character. A roll of 2x6 boxcars always rolls set, regardless of the skill level. And categories as checks into different difficulties ranging from trivial to impossible. For example, a trivial check requires a roll of 6 or higher, while an impossible requires a roll of 18 or higher. Which would probably be like either succeeding a 12, basically critical success, or hitting a 11 with the extra benefits added to it, I assume. Yeah, because from what I'm understanding here, yeah, because like for example, with logic, we have our base intellect, which is 5, 7 from the skill and the bonus. So that means like if we rolled an 11, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. That is interesting. So here we go. Trivial is 6, easy is 8, medium is 10, challenging is 12, formidable is 13, legend is 14, heroic 15, godly 16, impossible 18. Okay. So honestly, impossible, I should pretty much never attempt it until like I get either closer to things or, you know, have like multiple items and stuff, which I do think is weird. Swapping your items doesn't help reset anything. Okay. So pretty much anything from formidable to impossible. Kind of want to rely on a critical success mostly. I feel like legendary is definitely not too bad unless it's like the shit we have here. I'm wondering though, because like for example, the legendary tech is an authority check. That's what I'm trying to think of. Like there's got to be something else I can do to really like soften the score. That's why I'm thinking that guy smoking on the balcony might be a key asset. Because if I can get information from him, maybe there's a chance it would fuck with the Hardy Boys.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
I'm not gonna be that mean to these kids. Let them have their fun. I'm assuming you're the drunks, aren't you?
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Right. You might have found the one person who doesn't know you are the law, given how drunk he is.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
The dozing man mumbles.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image, a long time ago. Those days are over now. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before. Don't you remember?
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Nah.
Suit yourself, Mr. Sunset.
I-
You too.
I don't want to know. I think at this point I'm really tired of Harry's drunken, blacked out shenanigans after the car situation. Oh my god.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Oh yeah?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits, I can let go
300
for 300
for
reals.
blue
I also have
medicine.
speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Smokes. Alcohol, speed bottle. Ugh.
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy. Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of hell. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Snakes or intestinal worms?
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Yeah, be careful. It's extremely flammable. One spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map.
Physically in shock.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't remember the last time you felt so alive. In all fairness, that might be attributed to the retrograde amnesia.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
I'm good.
So what do you want then?
Oh good, I can still... Okay, cool.
In the civilized world...
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna try and stay sober. I did drink that 1 bottle of wine we found, but that was it, I swear.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. Lammy tells them apart. It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. It's a grouse.
Wasn't Garth, the cafeteria manager, trying to repair a piece of taxidermy?
I don't know. Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyways. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
Bye!
No way. Can I actually give this to the guard? No way. I'm going to Gart. I have to... Dude, if I get a discount, I'm gonna be happy. Like, dude, I'm about to help you get a date with that chick. Come on now. He's gonna come back to work being happy. God, I hate running in this. Like, I feel like playing this on mouse and keyboard would be better because I feel like this is designed for point and click. Which is why I'm actually kind of interested on why they didn't have a point and click option for controller like most of these do.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Can I help you?
What is this thing?
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
Yes!
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Hey, I got plenty of
Got
money.
the 20 real?
Yeah, here.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
I don't know how long I'll be staying at the Whirling Rags at this point. Because I feel like staying in the shack, since it's free and stuff, I feel like this will be my last night in it, and then I'll stick to the shack. Thank you, Xenomorph, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Postcard. Huh. Fractured bullet. Ooze. Let's see. Still got a lot of shit to pass for the time. Oh, Xenomorph, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Greatly appreciated. Oh, you were also playing Disco Elysium. Well, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you were having a good time on it. I haven't found anyone else ask about the tattoo. Well, I guess I could show the pawn shop guy, because I know that... I'll do that. Maybe he does have something to say. Maybe. Or maybe I'm about to disgust him. It's a good time. Now that I'm finally putting more work into it. Because I played it previously, but then dropped it, sadly, for no reason at all. But I'm glad to finally force myself to get into... Well, not into it. I've always been into it, but play it.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with it. Sure, let me have a look. Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale. A photic path, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic baths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay. Guess I could still talk to more people on the other side. I'm just really hoping I'm not wasting my time. Like, I hope that guy who's smoking will give me an idea. Fuck, what am I thinking in my brain right now? I'm hoping that guy in the balcony basically will give me a hint for the Hardy Boys. If not, I'm just gonna have to risk it. And hope the roll gods are with me. Let's go check out the church is up here, right? Yeah, go check out the church. That caught me off guard for a minute. Thank you for the 10 bitty metal pipes.
Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling.
I don't think that's going to work.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
I appreciate that he says the same thing at least.
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
There's nothing
Nice.
like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Voila. Looks very modern.
Hey.
You're part of the future brigade now.
Hey.
And so is your formerly humdrum ledger, Neo.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes, the pulsing base. An indication of junior delinquency.
What kind of lock was it? Could I like use the bolt cutters? That is a crowbar, dumbass.
Heavy wooden door. The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Alright, fine. You're lucky I like you, Kim. You're my bro. There's a ladder. Oh, nice. Thank you. Well, Kim, care to tell me how to get in there? Because I went around the building. I don't think we can get that ladder. I say right now, I just gotta assert my authority to the Hardy Boys. Which with this character build, that ain't gonna happen for a minute. Gonna take a bit. Wonder. Gotta find a way across there. Because that's what I'm assuming. Like shit. How? Oh, wait.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. Two barely holding it up. It could. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Perfect.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
You know what? I was gonna do that. Eventually. Like that music.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Here.
Oh. Hello there. I'm listening. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Oh, it just clicked. Okay. Fucking, I love the encyclopedia sometimes. It fucking gets me.
No idea.
Maybe I should have.
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside of solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up. The mic, I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
God.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Hey, I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Fuck, we're old. It means I'm hip beyond my years.
That's cool.
Fuck. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else?
God.
About the contact mic,
That's,
perhaps?
dude, I have the same problem with morale damage like that. You start to realize it and it fucking sucks. Ah, God. Like, when we were playing Yakuza, and then the moment, like, going from 0 to 8, and the moment we mentioned disco, everyone's like, what's disco? Oh, God.
Okay.
We're old.
Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there, no room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really.
Huh.
Doesn't matter, I can take the cold. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club.
Having low empathy
for melodic
sucks.
dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum.
Just like low psyche in general.
Except that, yeah. I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
Okay.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? No. Not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
It's Noids. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya. Go ahead.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Alright, let's see this.
Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it, Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the Coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on Earth.
Moralist dialogue options heal +1 morale. Learning cap for volition is raised to 5 and let's fucking go. Yes. 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 I should probably get some more health and morale at some point. I haven't really need to do any of my intellect stuff, but I probably should eventually. Nice. Nice. Alright.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of...
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Fucking Kim. Oh. Okay.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Ah, so you've met her? Good, good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Marcomania on the coast. I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The vote!
I love Egghead.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. The place has bad signs.
I want
to
know who came up with Egghead's like voice decision. Fucking beautiful.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. All right,
Yeah,
man.
I can do it.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
You sense
Yes!
the trajectory object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches, just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Like, cool.
The speed freak nods to you.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding
Are those
party
nicotine
is,
patches
there
on it?
might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system, no?
They sound like they want a dance club.
You're right, they do.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death.
Dude, his photo's crazy. Like, he must be going Super Saiyan in that picture. Because looking at him just normally is fucking hilarious.
Love is hardcore.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going.
Fuck yeah, I do. Alright.
As always.
Let's go do it. See if I can at least. I should be getting off soon, anyway. Let's see. Those are now.
Heavy, wooden, the lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Ooh. Walk, not run. Ooh. Still gonna run. Oh wait, no, but I did like. Perception is nice, but the empathy one's kind of nice. Then we get the -1 from the thoughts. Yeah. What's that? Scarf. Bangers don't cry.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
What the fuck?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Arden, it's a great game.
Can you hear anything?
Oh, wait, is he also fucking deaf?
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Yes. Something's up there.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
What the fuck?
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hello?
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
I was not expecting that. The accent was not what I was expecting.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk, and a district in Jamro. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos.
I'm not gonna lie, like if I saw something like that, I'd be a little creeped out. And then the moment like, hey Holmes, calm down, I'd actually probably snap out of him like, what? First of all, excuse me. God. Oh my
Here
God.
you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
I'm crying.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
How do you know that,
Put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing.
I need to get me a drink. Oh my God.
It's all very hard to square with the
Holy shit.
lieutenant's own view of reality.
Oh God. All right. Oh.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
You're just fine.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Thanks, Kim.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Oh wow, I might actually do this. Help me sober.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
I love rhetoric.
Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me. Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company. Sure did, Holmes.
What the fuck?
I am, at least in part, Holmes. Into the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
What does he mean, in part?
A boyadero? No, Holmes. I don't go in for that kind of thing. It's all about surrendering to the mother now. Haven't you ever met a Mex before? Cabron. Surprising number of us around Rabbit Shop.
Hey.
Not sure I'm contributing to the economy none, Holmes.
Oh, is that the from the thought process of the money game? Fucking worth it.
Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First timers are always nervous.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
I'm already wearing your shoes, pal.
They only stop him from climbing. They look pretty dapper, actually.
They are.
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will. I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night? I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know, hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve. The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything. Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Alright, thank you. What the fuck? Fuck, I don't have the cube anymore. That probably could have been useful.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Receipt. Fortress accident. Good.
The machine's keyboard.
Interesting.
Yes?
Hmm. Bless you. Alright, go talk to him.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Maybe he did something
Too
about
many
coffee.
times, essay, you need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Interesting. I like him. He's cool. Just fry on some shit.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Leave me alone, woman. Nah,
Your
let's do it.
knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There, you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers.
It must be just like, what the fuck?
Courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin. It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written
It's an excuse to put something in
remains of broken letters line
visual
the
calculus.
emotion. What it said, you do not know.
No, wait, I do want Wasteland Reality, though. We'll wait on that. I'll try and get some points first.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. Many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir Laclais. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. Wow, indeed.
Oh, the DeLorean era.
When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt. As did we all. The lands of the Mest and the Occident, and even far away Suprem-Windy, altogether 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning. In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother.
This game is so rich with lore.
It was
it's fucking
as if
crazy.
her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen. One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else. Something that had walked in our midst. watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology. The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi, she is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Therias. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
I'm not gonna lie, this is interesting.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Freighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Has it been 5 minutes?
What are you thinking of, if I may ask? That she is. A great sacred piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
I don't understand, Kim. You don't understand! I want to do the wasteland, but I think I'm gonna wait. Because I wouldn't mind getting my visual calculus up to see what happened to the paint, or the glass, basically. But also, I might still level up some other stuff. Volition, maybe. I guess let's save here, because we can then put in the password for this, and basically we can figure out, we can see how much of this we can do tomorrow, and then of course once it's close to 9 o'clock we'll head back to the apartments to find the smoker, and then when it's time to pass the day we'll call back Alice. Yeah. Then we'll continue this one and everything. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, for those watching on the YouTube side, I hope you enjoyed. And of course, we'll see you in the next episode. So until then, see you later.